Benchmarks. Do you know the score? Operation leaders are on the constant quest for searching out the next greatest invention, tool, service expert, or consultant to help improve upon the current results. Does your team know the score? Does the team know how their performance contributes to the health and well-being of your business? Welcome to Balance Cubed with your host, Coach Joe. Come on this journey as we discuss the balanced and harmonious life. On a Balance Cubed, we lean in on our experiences to provide you with the practical applications, tools, advising, and coaching to help you fine-tune your skills. That's right, motivated and inspired your connection to a balanced and harmonious life. On episode 22, we are discussing benchmarking, the performance perspective. Benchmarking in its theoretical competencies are connected to identifying the core practices that replicate or increase results. When properly communicated, the power of benchmarking and scorecards produce repetitive behaviors that align individuals' actions with the mission. Each person needs to know the score to understand how their current performance is leading to organizational growth. Think your team can't handle key performance indicators or benchmarks? Perhaps the concern is the team will be inundated with data and not actively engaged in the daily operations. Studies show the more the employee is engaged in their performance efforts, the more active they are in building skills to support organizational success. Engaged employees aren't simply more productive than others, they inspire their coworkers. They propose innovative ideas, and they're more likely to stay with your organization instead of looking for employment elsewhere. Performance management is the process of measuring and reporting on a specific set of input, activities, and outputs, results. The key performance indicators, KPI, is a measurable value that a company uses to evaluate whether they are achieving their business objectives. There are 4 types of indicators: input, output, outcome, and impact. Performance indicators measure the effectiveness of operations management actions to meet an organizational objective. Specific trends in absolute values such as revenue, or let's call it market share. Qualitative and quantitative changes in infrastructure or institution which affects the outcomes, such as changes in personnel, systems, or a degree of participation by individuals. Trends in relative values, not between the absolute value and its related reference points, such as market variables and product demands. Now, leading indicators are input measured, while lagging indicators are output measured. Each key performance indicator has its relative qualitative and quantitative values, providing insights into operational objectives. Benchmarking is the business rationale of comparing essential KPI to a top quartile, best in group, or high performance organizations related to a functional area of the operation. Each area of the operation should have a quantitative value identifying success, modeling the best-in-class performers. These benchmarks outline the performance standards for the operational team to build their performance strategies. Review these operational benchmarks with regularity as the team works to develop the organizational strategies. Everyone on the team should know the score at 3 key intervals. We'll call these our cadence of the circadian rhythm. Beginning of the month or the quarter, bi-weekly, to review performance, progress, resource drains, and or the changes required, and of course at the end of the month or a quarter. Regular reviews keeps the operational leaders and the teams connected on the target for achieving business growth. Monthly reviews are often too late for mid-month adjustments and process changes. These delays can often lead to poor implementation and accountability. Day-to-day operations can distract the department leaders and their team from reviewing metrics with some form of regularity. Time blocking is the concept of scheduling dedicated hours to discuss the key performance metrics. specific time blocks are required so the team can identify the input, output, outcome, and impact results. Metrics should commensurate with the overall operational goals and be proportional to benchmark performance. An inexperienced manager will often use benchmarking as a management tool, weaponizing it for the intentions of intimidating and positioning performance expectations. You've probably already guessed that is a complete and ineffective use of data. To ensure a proper implementation of performance, tracking leaders should be properly trained. We offer 5 practical applications for benchmarking and KPI reviews. Number 1, the cadence and rhythms are impactful only when leaders understand which levers to pull. Number 2, based on scoring profiles, example, green is good, yellow is moderate, red behind course, requires specific actions, tasks, and ownership responsibilities needed to be identified. Number 3, weekly benchmark scheduled meetings should be focused on 2 specific areas: the person performing the job and the process involved in job completion. Number 4, the outcome and accountability to achieve the benchmarks is the combined responsibility of the operational leaders and the team. Number 5, proper utilization of the key metrics create visibility to the operational successes or flaws. Process development, training and development, organizational clarity, culture, vulnerability, personnel needs, and leadership. The logic of analysis paralysis, where a team is unable to move forward with a decision because of over-analyzing the data, is a genuine concern. Unloading an abundance of information would be tedious and has less impact on creating actions. Instead, the focus will be to accentuate these 3 goals: understanding the why the measurement's there, what the measurement means, and how the measurement is used. The closer we get to the finish line, the more concentrated effort will be required. All right, I'm going to end this episode with an appropriate quote, and sorry, I do not know who to attribute this to, but quote, "Remember this, you are the benchmark of your success. It is up to you to define it. Don't let anybody else define it, because if you do, you will fail. Appreciate those who support you and challenge those who don't," end quote. Thanks for tuning in. If something resonated with you, go ahead and like, download, and share our episode. We are grateful for your time, and we are committed to delivering you content that matters. We can grow our community with your help. You can find us and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, our YouTube channel, and our blog at joeclemente.com, where we post articles and daily content. Embrace the grind, enjoy the journey, keep listening.